Hi, welcome to Freezer Meals 101. I'm Charla.
And I'm Christy, and today we are talking about the easiest freezer meals ever.
The easiest.
3-ingredient freezer meals.
It does not get easier than 3 ingredients.
No, and these are dump recipes,
Yep.
which makes it even easier.
And actually, this first one has 2 ingredients.
We laugh because way back in your old cookbooks, they're called Easiest Chicken. And we have upgraded the name to Easy Italian Chicken because it is literally chicken breasts and a bottle of Italian dressing. Now, you can do this with pork chops too, and it just marinates it. So I don't know if you know what needs to go into a marinade. You must have oil, you must have some kind of vinegar, and you must have some sort of spice. So a bottle of salad dressing has all of those things, and it makes a really great easy marinade that comes pre-packaged, and you just dump it in there and you just let it marinate.
And you did this exact thing with pork chops like a couple weeks ago.
I've been doing it for years with pork chops. It was not 3-ingredient that day because I went to look for Italian dressing in my pantry and I did not have any. So I just made some from scratch, which is even zippier, right? Like, because then you have a little bit more control of what goes into it. And it was delicious. They were amazing. Now, you're not marinating, you're not brushing it on while you're barbecuing or cooking. You just let it marinate and then you cook it. And it's so easy. So in case we skipped a step, you put the chicken in the bag, you put the bottle in. We did skip a step. You have to take all the air out of the bag because that's where all your freezer burn comes from. So you want to get as much air as possible out of the bag. You're going to zip it closed, lay it flat, and freeze it.
That's it.
Easiest chicken. Easiest Italian chicken. Very fancy.
Now, this next recipe I used to make when my kids were little, and I haven't made it for years and years, and I haven't even thought about it. But when I was thinking about 3-ingredient recipes, I remembered this, and I'm like, this is so perfect and totally can make into a freezer meal. So into our large resealable freezer bag, we are going to put 2 cans of kidney beans. You're not going to drain them. You're going to put them with the juice in there. And then you're going to put 1 cup of chunky salsa. That's all that's going in your large freezer bag. You're going to, again, remove your excess air, seal it. And then in a medium-sized freezer bag, you're going to measure out some shredded Tex-Mex cheese. And you're going to staple that bag to the top above the seal of the other bag. So you've got everything you need for the day of cooking, all 3 ingredients. And this we are calling kinda chili because it's not exactly chili, but it's kind of chili.
It's chili related, chili adjacent.
Yes.
Now, would you consider this a full meal or is this a side?
This is a full meal.
Because of the protein in the kidney beans?
Yes, and you've got your cheese on top too. And so when you go to make this, you can make it in the microwave, in the oven, or really you could make it in the slow cooker or on the stovetop. You can do pretty much anything with this. You're just going to heat that salsa kidney bean mixture through, and then you're going to top it with cheese. Now, salsa, it's kind of a cheat but in the best way. Because your onions are chopped for you, your peppers are chopped for you, the tomatoes are chopped. Like, it's kind of just a lot of vegetables.
Do you know what? When I think of this, I want to get out like those big scoop kind of tortilla chips.
Oh,
and eat this almost like a dip.
You could totally have this as a dip.
You could have this
Christy
on rice.
Just invented it. You could have this as a dip.
You could have. Oh yeah, because my daughter, she's talked her English teacher into having a potluck book club for one of the books that they are reading in school.
Smart
girl. And she's like, what can I take? And I just automatically say buffalo chicken dip to like everything that's potluck related. But then I'm thinking, this would be easier and faster and cheaper and just as delicious.
Yeah.
And it's pretty healthy. They can't complain about that, can they?
And you're often gonna have salsa in your house, and we always have salsa in the house, and kidney beans. And so this is one that you could whip up just out of your pantry if you've got some cheese on hand, and there you go.
Yeah.
So 3-ingredient kind of chili. This last recipe, because we're just doing 3.
Are you really here? In case you can't see her, there's a cat on the counter. Okay,
This is Willow.
You got to go now. I give you crap for this because I'm like, they're on the counter. Why are you petting them? You're rewarding them. Yeah. Were you playing piano? Were you playing piano?
Not very well.
We know you can do better. We've seen it.
So this last recipe is party meatballs. Party!
Oh, that's, what was this? Hallelujah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Praise party.
Breakfast party.
This is just party. So party meatballs. This is another great 3-ingredient recipe. I love having this in my freezer because then anytime you need appetizers,
Super easy.
you're done. So into your large freezer bag, you're just gonna put 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of frozen meatballs. We like to get these at Costco because you can get a giant bag and then
they're pre-cooked.
Yeah. And then you can make a whole bunch of meals with them because it's such a large bag. So anyway, for this one, you're just doing about 2 pounds of your meatballs in your large freezer bag. Then you are going to add an entire jar of grape jelly.
Now there's different sizes of grape jelly. So we're talking like maybe 2 cups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then an entire jar of chili sauce.
Now that seems like a lot of chili sauce, but with the grape jelly?
Ooh, it's just tangy and good. Then you're going to get rid of your excess air, of course, seal that freezer bag, put this in the freezer until the day that you go to use it. And this is a great slow cooker recipe. So you're just gonna dump the contents into your slow cooker. This, you don't even need to thaw it. You can, but you don't need to. So if it's last minute and people show up or you find out that you've got a potluck to go to that night or something like that, you can actually just dump the contents of this into your slow cooker. You can just cook this, and as it cooks, that grape jelly is gonna melt and it is going to form this sauce with your chili sauce. And you can serve this as a meal on rice, or you could serve this as those cocktail meatball party
With
things.
some toothpicks.
Exactly. My kids really love this one. I mean, what's not to love? It's grape jelly and chili sauce.
Right.
So it's not necessarily the healthiest recipe in the whole world, but
there's room for it. There is
Totally.
room for all the foods. You're just gonna look so organized when it's time to maybe have company come over, and you can just pull these out, and it's so fast to get them going and get them all cooked up.
if you use that kind of chili as a dip, you could have a whole appetizer night. Like you could host game day.
You could host game day with 3-ingredient meals in your freezer. That easy.
We could turn that easiest Italian chicken one also into an appetizer because you could cube it and you could skewer it.
Do little skewers? How cute!
We've just created this into an appetizer video accidentally.
Throw some little cherry tomatoes on there with it.
Oh,
That would
totally.
be so good. I'm so good at this. I'm so glad you're with us and you get to learn all the crazy things we come up with.
We're going to put a video right there that are decidedly not 3-ingredient recipes because we just did a massive marathon of
Yeah, we did.
meals. And if you pop over there, you're going to find so much variety. And those recipes, a lot of them are easy, but some of them are a bit more complicated and certainly not 3-ingredient. Thanks for joining us today and happy cooking.
Bye.